This is the Joy News channel. I'm Bernice Abubeidu and the show is JoyNews Interactive. It's a time to mirror your comments to the rest of the world. And this show is live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Your thoughts on every issue is welcome via Facebook and Twitter. We are Joy News on TV. Thanks for your company. Let's get the conversation started. And government has defended its decision to rename some public universities after some notable Ghanaians. And this despite criticism that these men are stalwarts of the New Patriotic Party or the Dankwa Dombo tradition. Now, these criticisms, mostly on social media, followed the president's decision to rename the University of Energy and Natural Resources after Dr. Kofi Abrefa-Buzia, former Prime Minister of Ghana. And the president said the University Council had taken the decision to rename the school. But this prompted a renaming challenge on social media. And here are some of those renaming challenges that we found on social media. So there you have it. Well, someone decided to say naming ceremony, the Osafo-Mafo Highway, and that's a really, really bad route there. Well, and this one says the Oforiata Center for Engineering and Athletic Perseverance, or hashtag rename challenge. And this one said, who said Tria, University of Public Speaking, aka AUCC. Interesting comments there. And this says the JB Dankwa Buzia Ado Dombo Gata. And this says Nimo Kafrim University of Communications, aka GIJ. And this is Asabi Technical University of Cape Coast. The renaming challenge is on. Nogokpo University of Health and Allied Sciences in Ho. And then someone says, one day we'll wake up and Accra High Girls School will be renamed Obechebi Lamte Young Divas. Can you imagine that? Young Divas. And this Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh Center of Excellence. And well, as you can, if you do not know, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh is Minister of Education, and this is one of such many schools in Ghana where students have to learn under very, 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 very deplorable structures and conditions. So that's the hashtag renaming challenge, some examples we brought you. But this morning on the AM show, one of government spokesperson, Eric Chum, defended government's decision, or the president's decision, to rename the University of Energy, and says it was good to honor illustrious sons.
As a country, we've come a very long way. Historically, a lot of things have happened, especially with the unfortunate truncation in terms of our democracy. We can take it from 1966 in terms of the coups, and we bring it back to the 70s and 79 and 81 and all of those things. Those things have had certain effects in terms of distorting our trajectory as a people. And over a period, anytime these things happen, there's always an attempt to sort of denigrate and demonize certain individuals, to use it as, if you like, a justification for some of the things that have happened. So if you go down and you realize that some of these heroes, I call them heroes, and key protagonists in terms of our quest to develop as a nation and our clamor for independence and all of those things, and we have institutions of this nature, and we decided to almost institutionalize and immortalize these individuals in terms of the contribution to this country. and you name a university after them or an edifice or something. To be honest with you, I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with that. But in a democracy that we are part of, people are entitled to prefer these divergent views and all that. I don't think that if you listen to the president properly, you also realize that it was actually the University Council itself that made the recommendation for the name change. So someone would say that, well, why don't you go and build a brand new edifice and name it after somebody and all of those things. But these things they're all organic. They are dynamic institutions. So even when, for instance, the University of Ghana itself was built and you go there today, it's totally different. Of course, you would have the history that backed it in terms of who set it up. And
so you had Mr. Chum defending government's decision and explaining that it was even the University Council's decision in the first place. Well, this move awaits parliamentary approval. We keep our eyes on Parliament and we'll furnish you with all the details. Now to an issue that's been raging for a while now. Last week, celebrated DJ Black released his list of top 50 Ghanaian rappers. The list released on Thursday placed Obrafo on top and D Black at the bottom, even though we've been told that it's really not in any particular order. But this has been greeted with a lot of mixed reactions and feelings, and with some suggesting that some names ought not to have been on that list. Well, here's Komla Adum's rap.
So impossible is totally painted the pictures of winters I went through. Why nobody told me? Now I gotta switch the pace up. The road has been rocky.
If you can do this, the hip and funky will call it spitting bars. But for the should I say formal, it is a set of rhymes, a play on words, street vernacular, or something like that. Bottom line, they must come together into something rhythmic.
No fit stop the time, but running to stop signs. You the bell, and I know they pick up sometimes. Bye, baby girl, sick of you, I see the sunshine. So when it's overcast, make you know.
Music connoisseurs will argue that the literary elements and all that must make sense and in fact carry a message like this.
I can see my shorty from the driveway. Up at me pedal, so what can I say? Anything we do it our way.
Or even this. But that will count for little in the present scheme of things as commercial music continues to drive the direction of what the musicians produce. Ghana's #1 DJ Black, shook a few tables when he put up a list of top 50 MCs in Ghana. Of course, Obrafo in #1. And the Vera hitmaker D Black in #50.
D Black, you're D Black here.
Oh, Vera, it be me when you do me like that.
Well, sorry if you did not make it in here. DJ Black has some explanations why you did not make it.
Obrafo, longevity in the game, his ability to weave words in such a way that both the elderly and the kids appreciate, and still be able to keep such a clean flow for all these while, is undoubtedly the best rapper in my opinion. Sarkodie coming in #2. Sarkodie has always and will always be an MC who gains the respect of everybody.
When I jam in the Fubeka Shaise, me when I me put do a baby, or coming home from nothing up to the payday. Couldn't do the JJC, girl me a one drop kiss.
But one man who has worked with some of these top MCs over the years and actually produced them insists the comparison of different eras is not in order. Here is Hammer of the last two fame.
If you want to compare people, compare everybody in their prime. Internet changed everything. The numbers changed. People are streaming now. We're selling good CDs. So you can't compare the different times. Times are different. And so we have 3 pillars in hip life since it started. The founder, who's Reggie Rockstone, and Obrafo, who taught us how it is done, and Sarkodie, who took us to the world.
For Sammy Forsen, who is unashamedly biased towards rapper Sarkodie, he says time has come for artists to prioritize originality.
We need to conquer the world. We need not lose our identity as well. If they want Jay-Z, they already have Jay-Z. They already want somebody who's a replica of Jay-Z. They want you to be original and all that. We need to see how best we can package our talent and sell it to the world because we have something of value.
I go Bella, I'm a cold fella. One step till I hit Coachella. Nightmares when I was a no-name. Now we live in the dream scene. Overpaid my dues, guys.
Let me tell you this. To be brutally frank, some of the names in that list, well, what do I know? I just jam when I can. But one artist who made number 21 on the controversial list has been contesting it, and I'm thinking, Tiny, really?
To rate myself number 21 in Ghana? No, I don't think so. I'll just be in first 10.
Top 10?
Yes.
Who will be there with you?
Kwade will be there with me. Abrafo will be there with me. Sarkodie will be there with me. Lord Kenya will be there with me. Pono will be there with me. And Wachami Kwame will be there with me.
For many, Sarkodie, Obrafo, they deserve to slag it out at the top. Others believe Patapa and Misty, aka Patapize, should have made it onto the list somehow with his recent exploits. The man himself has been reacting to the list. All those who made that list are just based in Ghana.
I don't give a damn without let's talk about music, let's talk about training.
So there you have it. The debate will not end anytime soon. And not that we didn't expect it to, but guys, let's simply jam.
Make it be a mount. Make it be a mount. Make it be a mount. Topa to pata. Skoska to mana. Toda podada. Skopa to mana. You know this is that cat to don't papa na madongo don't make that zaza da bodo papa could go get up for the bat.
Very controversial, isn't it? Well, let's check what you have been saying on social media. We asked you who your favorite rapper is. Let's check out the comments shortly. And Priscilla Delali says Sarkodie, the rest are noisemakers. And a certain Don Lexa says artist of the decade. And Kofi Nani says Sack and Manifest and Strong G. We asked for favorite rapper. I think you're having a difficult time choosing, but it's okay, we understand. Dou Malachi says everyone knows Manifest is the Don, but for other reasons you're all typing a certain name. Well, he says I'm not angry. I know, boy, he says in Pidgin. Eric Zuber says the only two best rappers in Ghana, Manifest and the rest. Oforia Jaman says Lord Kenya, that's his favorite rapper. It's been a while we heard from him. We understand he's now an evangelist. And Ernest Apechi says Manifest, and Edem Kelvin Parker says we all love Kabute. Well, David Osa says Manifest and Sarkodie. Well, I understand Kabute is Sarkodie. All right, I didn't know that. Okay. So it says we all love Kabute. Stanley says Obrafo rap suffer. NS Kumi says strong man, hashtag strong empire, and Theophilus says Sarkodie. You're still finding out from you who your favorite or best rapper in Ghana is, and this is coming from the controversy stirred by that list put out by DJ Black. And Oseyama says Sarkodie, the rap god. Obiba IK Kopio says, do we really have rappers in Ghana? He's asking. Rachel Mami Ajopong says, you know what time it is, Sack. Patrick Michael says, everybody knows Ghana's finest, the Sarkodie. Mami Kuya says, Manifest, Manifest again, Awudu Yusuf types. And Edem Anu says, Sack for that. Eric Ofosu says, we only have one king who rules. If you know, you know. Eric, I think you're playing very safe here because this king depends on who you really love, you know. I know what you're driving at, but, well, I think it's a very open statement. So while we're finding out from you who your favorite rapper is, we also decided to ask you who your top 5 Ghanaian vocalists are. Here are some comments we also gathered from our social media page. Ivy Barbara Arthur says, Dana Entry Hamilton Yao Sapong Nana Yao Sari says, I'm thinking of the other two. And Anani Augustine says, Kodre Entry King Promise Mugiz Efia and Akwabwa. Larry Tesla says, Kodre Entry Weala Daddy Lumba Oforian Posa Mugiz and Efia. I was just about to say, sorry, I had to give 6. All right, okay, thank you for your comment. And oh, you're adding another one, Akwabwa. Okay. Ziaba says Mugiz, Akwabwa, Adina, King Promise, and Efia. If you just joined the show, we are talking about who your top 5 Ghanaian vocalists are. And Amponsat Chikarito says Adina. Oh, you must have some serious laugh for Adina then. And Ive Kubie says Efia, Akwabwa, King Promise, Mugiz. Oh, sorry, just some part of the message that I cannot see. Sorry about that, Ive. And Nicholas Entry says Akwabwa, no size, Efia, dope. You just stayed with 2. All right, no long things. And Alaji Yaya Idris also says Efia. Loads of love there. Kobe Mackenzie says Akwabwa, Mugiz, Kim Promise, and Adina. Oh, you actually gave only 4. We asked for 5, but it's fine. Ben Parker says, okay, King Promise. That's all. That's all. I'll be glad to know who your top 5 Ghanaian vocalists are. You can just get onto our page and drop your comment. We'll take a quick breather now here on JoyNews Interactive. When I come back, I'll be sharing Tuesday thoughts with you. Do stay. Thank you so much for staying here on JoyNews Interactive. I am Bernice Abube Dulansa. Now, time now for Tuesday thoughts. I know some of you really can't you know, get a grasp that today is Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday. Well, it's Tuesday, not on Monday. And, you know, on Mondays we share Monday motivation with you, but on Tuesday we share thoughts with you. So here are some wise sayings that will take you through the day, probably the week, or maybe your entire life. Gwenka says, we often think that when things will change, we'll be happy. The truth is we are happy. Things will change automatically. Let me take that again. The truth is when we are happy, things will change automatically. Tuesday thoughts. Dr. Mark Rose says, live your life like, I'm sure he's trying to say like a sunflower, even on the darkest days, stand tall and find the light. Hashtag Tuesday thoughts. Hashtag Tuesday motivation. And at Daisy Days 1 says, it's a beautiful sunny day. Let the sun shine into your soul. Don't be a cloud on a sunny day. Hashtag Tuesday thoughts. Hashtag Happy Tuesday. And Minister Ginger Griffin says, hashtag Tuesday thoughts. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. She's quoting from Proverbs 13:1 and says, pray against the I know it all spirit and the I have it all together spirit. Only God knows all. Receive gladly the correction of the Holy Spirit. Indeed, coming from a minister. And at BTDT Home Tutor says, the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Tuesday thoughts. I'm sure you've gotten something for today that will take you through the day. But before we go, this is our picture of the day. Yeah. Pictures tell a lot of stories also because if the picture is not captioned by the one who took it, or the people involved do not share what the story is open to So many interpretations. That's the beauty of art, isn't it? Even for people who put up abstract art, it's always left to people who's viewing it to interpret it. So that's a picture of the day, and we'll quickly take your comments and wrap it all here on JoyNews Interactive. Well, do we have comments to share on that? All right, we'll quickly share that. Lin Kang says, hey, these people, every money they want chop Sam. Dixon Strickman says, nowhere cool. Stalina Okran says, nowhere cool and pa. And Kudia Umadekaya says, they need money to return home. So like I told you, open to a lot of interpretation. And Buyer Jeremiah says, hey, and he laughs, says, interesting times ahead. They're helping us raise more revenue for our country. I wish them best of luck. And Adam Kambara, Adam says, if the country is hard, they should go back to their country. Like the saying goes, there's no place like home. And Liz Giddens says, man, they hustle, nowhere is cool. Azambuja Didon says, bad. If you're broke, go back to your country. Ghana Edo and Elias Potre. Ghana Edo simply means Ghana has become exciting. Elias Potre says these Chinese, he sighs, they copy everything they see. Too sure, two Chinese people, they want to copy. Lovelace says the country is hot. Everybody is wild. Akosia Fra says now they want too sure. Mami Adwa Nyamiche Kujo says, oh, Biara. And Kobe Steve Sai says, Chinese people. And Daniel Ananloku says, Ghana has become hard. Those are your comments you shared with us. Thank you so much for your company this morning. JoyNews Interactive ends, but the interactivity goes on. Just get onto our social media platforms on Facebook and Twitter. We are JoyNews on TV. We post news items there. We share what's happening around the world with you. Do well to comment and let us know what you think about all that is happening. I'm Bernice Abubedu Lansa. Enjoy the rest of your day.